I remember the exact second I received the email. It was 2:14 a.m. I was at my desk, bathed in the bluish glow of my dual monitors, halfway through a code deployment for a biotech startup I was freelancing with. That night, something felt off. Not just the usual sleep-deprived haze, something tighter, pressing, like a coil in my chest wound too tight. Then the email came in. Subject: Run. Sender: me. Literally my name, my exact email address. Timestamp: March 11, 2032, 2:14 a.m. That was the first thing that didn't make sense. It was still 2025. At first, I thought it was a spoof, some trick or glitch. The body of the email was short, just 4 lines. This is you, 7 years from now. Don't go downstairs, don't open the door. Run, now. Trust me, there's no time to explain. I stared at it for way too long. I even chuckled, because seriously? What kind of Hollywood crap is that? Then my phone buzzed, a notification from my home security app. Front door detected movement. At first, I froze. Then instinct kicked in, and I minimized the email to check the camera feed. The figure on the porch wasn't visible at first, just darkness and a flickering porch light. Then movement, a shape, slender, wrong. The way it moved was like a puppet trying to pretend to be human. Glitchy, slow, jittery. I leaned closer, trying to make out its face. It looked up at the camera, and that's when every part of me screamed to obey that email, because it had my face. I bolted from the desk and went for the window in the laundry room. My apartment was on the ground floor, and the backyard opened into an alley. I didn't even bother grabbing shoes, just my phone. As I ran, I heard the front door creak open behind me, but I never unlocked it. I spent the night in my car, parked miles away near a 24/7 gas station. Windows up, doors locked, hands shaking on the wheel. I didn't sleep, just stared at that email, reading it over and over. By sunrise, I was half convinced I'd had some sort of psychotic break, that it was stress, caffeine, and sleep deprivation. But then I noticed something I hadn't seen before. A second email. Same sender. Timestamp: March 12, 2032, 3:03 a.m. Subject: I hope you listened. The body of this one was longer. You made it out, didn't you? If you're reading this, then I did too, at least for now. Listen carefully. You've seen it. You know what it looks like. That thing isn't you. It's wearing you. It comes from the breach. I'm going to explain everything because I don't want you to live through what I did. This all started in 2027. At this point in the email, my mouth went dry because he, or I, described something that hadn't happened yet, a project I hadn't even signed on to, a government-funded contract at a lab outside Colorado Springs, experimental neural computing, consciousness replication, the kind of thing I would absolutely say yes to. Because that's exactly the kind of cutting-edge, mysterious crap that gets me excited as a developer. But I warned me, don't join the project, that's when they find you. The email went on to describe something called the Echobox Protocol. It was a classified initiative by a group tied to DARPA and private defense contractors. The theory? If you could accurately map a human consciousness using deep-wave neural encodings, layer by layer, you could not only preserve identity, you could simulate and predict it. project personality forward in time. The idea was innocent enough at first. Think therapy, memory repair, PTSD healing. But the problem wasn't what they built. The problem was what noticed it. In the last half of the email, I could feel my future self unraveling. He said once the simulation reached a certain depth, what they called depth 9, they stopped being alone in the data. Something else showed up, something ancient, something that could wear your neural signature like a mask. The team called it the Echo, and it didn't just imitate, it replaced. One by one, the email said, the team started changing. They still looked the same, still spoke the same, but something was off. The cadence, the responses, the way they smiled at things that weren't funny, the way they stared at mirrors too long. The Echo doesn't kill you, it just becomes you. The last paragraph hit hardest. I escaped. Barely. I sent this email through the last version of the simulation they hadn't shut down yet. I encoded my thoughts, wrapped them in deep entropy keys, and backdated them to this address. If the timestamp worked, it would hit your inbox 7 years earlier. Now, tonight. I'm sorry I didn't have time to explain sooner. It took months to figure out how to get the message back. And now, it found me again. I don't have much time. Please, whatever you do, stay away from the project. Burn your drives, move, disappear. And if you ever see yourself again, run. I didn't go back to the apartment. I moved across the country. Changed phones, emails, everything. Used burner devices to scrub anything remotely tied to neural modeling. Deleted years of code I'd worked on. For a while, I thought I'd be okay. Thought I'd outrun it. Until 2 weeks ago. I got a new email. Subject, no subject. Sender, me. Timestamp, August 1st, 2032, 2:14 a.m. The body was blank, except for one line. You didn't run fast enough. That same night, I got a call. Blocked number. A deep, slow voice like someone playing my voice back through layers of distortion whispered, "I'm almost there." Now I don't sleep. I keep moving from place to place, never staying anywhere more than a few days. But I can feel it getting closer. It knows me, every thought, every fear, every memory, because it is me. Or at least it wears me better than I do. And sometimes I feel myself slipping, thinking things I wouldn't normally think, catching my reflection holding a different expression. It's not just chasing me anymore. It's trying to overwrite me. So if you're reading this, if somehow you're seeing my story on some screen somewhere, maybe it means I found a way to warn you too. If you get a message from yourself, don't ignore it. Don't question it. Just do the one thing I didn't do fast enough. Run.